everyone, welcome to this week's Mommy in Heels YouTube video. It is the first Thursday of the month, so it is time for my Everyday Gal series. I know I forgot last month, the first of the month just kind of came and went. This week, I figured I would go over with you guys my favorite drugstore foundations. I have never really used drugstore foundations before, mainly because I was too scared to purchase them. I was afraid that I would buy a color or shade or whatever you want to call it and it would be like a terrible match. So I always went the makeup store route, like Ulta or Sephora, and was always color matched. Mainly I just didn't trust myself, basically. And so I'm gonna go through all of the foundations that I purchased. I think I have 7 of them. And I'm going to tell you which ones are worth it and which ones are not. So let's just jump right in and get started. Maybelline's Dream Velvet. This is their, oh, this isn't their mousse, but it's their Dream Velvet foundation. I personally always looked for, when I was shopping for these foundations, a matte finish. I had used the IT Cosmetics CC cream, the illumination, and I liked it, but I just have been craving more of like a softer look, kind of, I guess you could say. So I was always looking for a matte color. I liked this initially, one, obviously because of the price, it was so inexpensive, and because it had the matte finish, really didn't need to use that much to cover the whole face. So the first couple days I used it, I liked it. I felt like it gave me the kind of coverage that I wanted. But then after a few days of using it, I noticed it kind of left my face feeling a little bit oily. And I also felt like the foundation kind of gathered in the nooks and crannies of my face, if that makes sense. Like I felt like it really showed a lot along my nose and kind of like right along here. So I haven't used it for a few weeks. This was actually what kind of prompted me to start trying other drugstore foundations, and then which kind of snowballed into the idea of this YouTube video. So the Maybelline Dream Velvet, coverage is good, it does last, but it might need like touched up throughout the day. The same time I bought the other Maybelline foundation, I also purchased this one, the Dream Liquid Mousse Airbrush Finish. What sold me on this was the airbrush finish. I love that look, and to not have to actually like airbrush my makeup every day, I thought this would be perfect. A little bit goes a long way with this, which is nice. I felt like it did make my face feel a little bit oily, so if you have oily skin or a combination, this might not be for you. The coverage was pretty decent. I ended up liking this better than this. For the price, this does a really good job. The next two are CoverGirl foundations. I figured, why not give CoverGirl a try? I'm obsessed with their mascara, so maybe their foundation is as amazing as their mascara. So the first one that I used was CoverGirl's Clean Matte. And it says that it is designed for oily skin to give a fresh, clean, shine-free face. It's oil-free, unscented, won't clog pores, suitable for sensitive skin. It was okay. I wasn't blown away by it. It really like wore throughout the day. Like I looked worn out by the end of the day. It did not give me a shine-free face. I felt oily towards the end of the day. So it didn't really give me a matte finish that I was looking for. This was not my favorite. So the color itself was absolutely perfect and matched really well to my complexion. This is the natural beige. I just was not a fan of this. So I personally would not recommend this. And so this one was not a winner. This one though, however, CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous. I really did like this one. This one I felt like it lasted throughout the day. It says all day flawless coverage, lasting power of primer, coverage of a concealer, and blendability of a foundation in one, shine free. I had a little bit of shine. I mean, I have combination skin, so it's not really like I'm gonna make it through the day, you know, without a little bit of shine here or there. But this one, I felt like it did a really good job. It lasted. I felt like I was covered really well. The color matched perfectly, and I didn't feel overly oily towards the end of the day. And with this, a little goes a long way. I love the pump feature because you can kind of control a little bit how much you use. So I think with this, I used like 1.5 pumps for my whole face, which is not a lot. So I feel like this would last for a while. And for the price, like, you really can't beat it. So I recommend this. I really liked it a lot. I'm kind of bummed about the next foundation. I really, really wanted to like it because I am loyal to this brand, but it was hands down my least favorite, and I would not recommend it to anybody. The Neutrogena Shine Control. Nope. It says 8-hour shine control, won't over dry skin, lightweight, breathable formula, natural look. First of all, this was like nearly impossible to get any type of the foundation out. I mean, I was like banging it on my hand trying to get it out. It was not working. I don't know if I was doing something wrong or if there's a trick, like getting ketchup out of a bottle, getting foundation out of a bottle, I don't know. But I had a really hard time getting it out. And I didn't, like other containers similar to this with other foundation brands, I didn't really have a problem. So I don't know what it was about this, but I could not get it out. It did not wear well at all. The coverage at first was pretty decent. I liked it. Towards the end of the day, I looked like haggard. I mean, I had like no coverage. It felt like my face was so oily. I did not look good. I did not look like I put any foundation on that day. The color itself matched really well when I initially put it on in the morning, but I didn't do any more like face touching than I normally would any other day of the week. So I did not like this. This was 100% my least favorite. So, do not recommend this. All right, this little guy, I think I bought this whenever I bought the other two Maybelline foundations that I shared with you. I actually use this every day. I don't use it by itself. What I typically do before I apply my foundation, I will take the little stick and put it where I need some extra coverage. Like I have 2 brown spots right in the apples of my cheeks. All those years of thinking SPF 4 was enough have finally caught up to me, and I've like brown lines like on the edge of my lips again. All those years of stupidity. Wear your sunscreen, people. Wear your sunscreen, seriously. Just some red marks on my chin, around my nose, and I for some reason get extra red throughout here. So I'll just kind of like swipe this on before I put my actual foundation on. I wouldn't feel comfortable wearing this like completely by itself. It says Shine Free and Balanced Foundation. This is for combination skin. So I like it just for a little extra coverage. So it might be something to add to your makeup routine. Takes 2 seconds to put it on. So it's just for me personally, just for some additional coverage, but I really like it. So Maybelline Fit Me. Okay, so these last 2 foundations were hands down my absolute favorite and ones that I personally would recommend that you give a try. L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Matte. It says up to 24-hour foundation, a demi-matte finish, air light and oil-free. And the color, like all the other ones, is natural beige. So the reason why I really was intrigued by this one is on the back, and I wish all the foundations did this, I really do. It breaks it down for you on the back. I don't know if you guys can see it, all the little dots. The first one is, it marks whether it is a matte, a demi-matte, or a lumi, so I guess if it has like some shimmer. In this one, it's either a 12-hour, 16 hour, or 24-hour. This one's 24-hour. The next one, whether it's low, medium, or high coverage. I usually prefer high coverage, just because I do, but the medium coverage, I was okay with giving a try. And then the texture, whether it's air light, medium, or heavy. I absolutely loved that they had this breakdown on the back of the bottle. It made it so much easier. So, and I also liked that it had the matte finish. With this, a little bit goes a long way, like a little bigger than a pea size. I felt like it covered my face really well, but I really, really liked this. I didn't feel super oily by the end of the day or even throughout the day, and I felt like by the time, for me, the end of the day is like when I get home from work. So I felt like when I got home from work, I still looked like put together and I didn't look like my makeup was wearing off. So I really, really recommend this. Absolutely loved it. And last, but certainly not least, my favorite one out of them all. I had heard good things about this before I went on my quest for a good foundation, so I thought, why not give it a try? It is Revlon's Color Stay. I am using the combination oily, obviously. The color is medium beige, and this says it has up to 24-hour wear. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It's actually what I'm wearing right now with a little bit of this guy underneath, like I said I always do. I felt like it wore really well throughout the day. The color matched really well with my complexion, and it didn't leave my face feeling super, super oily. It has a pump, which is, like I said, I love. And I use like 1.5 pumps for my whole face. I do the 1 pump and use that for all over, and then the 1/2 pump for like under my eyes, around my nose, any other spots on my face that I feel need additional coverage or a little more attention. But 1.5 pumps is really all I need. And what I like about this also is it has SPF 15 in it. So I have that extra bonus added skin protection on top of my skincare routine that has the SPF in it. So, but I really, really liked this a lot. And it's so inexpensive, but you guys, you gotta give it a try. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. And a lot of places, I didn't realize this before. Had I known this, I might have purchased my foundation from drugstores a long time ago. But check, I should have done this before I did the video, but check their return policy. A lot of drugstores do allow you to return makeup. So I would imagine it's different from place to place, but you should just check it out just to make sure. So, but hands down, my favorite one is this Revlon Color Stay. So there you have it. All of my drugstore foundation tries. Most of them were pretty great. I think these are the 2 that I would not recommend to purchase at all. Just, it's not worth it. But all the other ones are definitely worth the try. I will link all of them below for you, and if you have any questions, specific questions about each of the foundations, just let me know. I just used my basic beauty blender to apply all of them, so nothing, like no fancy brush or anything like that, just my basic beauty blender. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that, and don't forget to give my video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great week.